of how do I discover my talent, skills, and gifts. Once you ask the question, here's what you're going to do. This is really the first thing. And you can literally, this could be enough, but I'm going to give you a couple places to kind of look at some things, but this literally could be enough. I definitely suggest that this is where you start. All you need to do is choose 8 to 10 people whose opinion you respect. And this could be a mix of family, friends, colleagues, teachers, mentors that you may have, anyone who has been in a position, who's been able to watch you, who's been able to see you demonstrate your talent, skills, and abilities. Because that's, to be honest, we all can do. If I asked you to kind of give me some, you could, because you've been watching me, so you can demonstrate. You probably say, "Oh, Brother Bedford, he ain't too cool with that one." Yeah, I ain't there. Yeah, I ain't there. But he ain't too cool with that one. But you being an observer and someone that I would respect, I could ask you these questions. And what I'm gonna do is just put it in a letter, kind of like a short. I'm gonna read it, so it'll be on. And I probably just have to copy it and put it in the group so that you can have it. It's because you can literally just write a short email to these people if you can't communicate with them over the phone. But you can literally just say, I'm gonna read it so I don't mess up the wording. Whoever it is, dear friend, brother, sister, whoever. I'm currently working on this concept of discovering my unique talent, skills, gifts, and abilities. This is a concept that's based on the idea that everybody has this combination of their own talents, skill sets, gifts, these abilities that would allow them to flourish. And all you got to do is, now here's the question. I just really appreciate if you would help me to identify what are mine. And all you have to do, and just ask them, what do you see as my unique talent, skills, and gifts? And then you would ask them, what do you see me as talented as? Now, you probably don't want to hear the response sometimes, so that's probably why we don't ask people these questions, but you got to ask them, what do you see are my talents? What am I gifted at? What do you think comes easy to me? All right. What do you see that I do effortless? I got to make sure I say this right. Effortlessly. What are the things? Here's a great one. What are the things that you count on me for? If I had to ask you, and that's where it gets kind of dicey, where you're like, man, should I ask them? Can they count on, what, Margot, what can you count on me for? Margot, what do you count on Brother Bedford for? And then I got to be ready to receive that feedback. Now, here's the thing. You do want to give them time. So I don't need an answer right now. If you don't mind, can you just jot these things down, maybe 7-10 days, get it back to me? I'd be grateful for that response. And it's just that simple. If you still have parents or siblings or close friends who've been around you for a long time, they know you best. They've been knowing you forever. And they'll be able to tell me, like, girl, I remember when you was 5 years old, 6 years old, and you used to do this. I thought you were going to be X, Y, Z. Or I thought you're going to be that. And then you're like, man, I forgot all about that. But they'll be able to give you the feedback that you need. And here's what will happen once you start reading it, or if you're just in conversation. I mean, I like things to be written down because it kind of, concretizes things for me. But I mean, it can be over Zoom or glass of wine, however you want to do it. Sipping your Merlot and just say, girl, what you, I just want to ask you, I'm working on this thing about my unique ability, my talents, my skills, my gifts, and it's based off the, now here's the beautiful part about this. You're asking them, but you know what's going to automatically happen? You're going to start sparking their thoughts and they'll start thinking about themselves. So it's really just, these processes are such a beautiful process to become useful to other people. If you want to become useful, first respecting their opinion about how they see you, how they view you, and really having them to take a deep dive or a deep look at who and what you are, what you bring to the table, what can you rely on me about? That causes them to start thinking, because now if they give you honest feedback, I can almost guarantee you maybe 80% of them will say, well, man, okay, I gave you the feedback, but then you know what, Anitra, what do you think about me? They're going to ask you. And then now you're helping, this is the conversations that we don't have. We don't encourage people, girl, you've been doing this and I didn't want to say anything, but you really kill it when you're doing this. And I mean, people love when you do this and it comes easy to you. And now with technology, there's a way, because before people had the excuse, well, I can't make money doing that. Not nowadays, you can make money doing anything nowadays. Technology has made it to where you can you have a global $7 billion or 7 billion people marketplace that all you need to do is tap into somebody. So let me go quickly. So then the other thing, I mentioned the Enneagram, but even before we get to Enneagram, there's a book that I read about, maybe 10, 15 years ago called Strengths Finder. It's by Tom Rath. Somebody had to leave. Who left? Let me look. Anitra? Oh, she had to leave. I don't know if she had to leave. Did she say anything? I saw some chats come up. No, that wasn't her. She probably just, we'll wait till she comes back in. It's called Strengths Finder 2.0. He has a couple books, but get the 2.0 version. It's on audiobook. But what the book does, it helps you go through this process of finding your strengths. There's an assessment there that you can take. You can pay for it. I think there's a free assessment in the book, and then you go to their website and then you can take it. There's another one that's a little bit more stringent called the Clifton Strengths Assessment. Now, StrengthsFinder, I think I gave their website, it should be StrengthsFinder 2.0. The Clifton Strengths Assessment should be Clifton. Let me see, I had their website, GallupStrengthCenter.com. Gallup, Gallup, Strengths, Strengths, Center.com. And in there, they talk about they give you like 34 strengths that they're focused on, talents and strengths, to kind of help you identify what you're good at and what you're not good at. Now, here's the thing, you're going to be good at a lot of things. The whole purpose of these assessments is to find out what are you the most gifted at? What is your absolute strength? So if you like a 10, 10, 10 here, you need to be like, oh yeah, this is where I need to play. Why am I messing around where I'm a 1 over here? I'm a 1. I'm a 1, a -1.5 over here, and I'm trying to build my life. Think about this, and I've told you all before, business is life. I'm trying to build my life around this -1. That's not good. So that book, StrengthsFinder 2.0, that's a quick way to do it. Clifton Strengths Finder or Clifton Strengths Assessment is a little bit longer, a little bit more in depth. And then the last thing, I mentioned Enneagram because there's another thing called the Kolbe Index, and that's Kolbe.com. Let me see that's KOLBE.com. Now, what Kolbe is, Kolbe's, the assessments there, you go through that kind of helps you to understand your instincts or how you approach things. It's different than your actual strengths. So the same thing is true with the Enneagram. The Enneagram, there's 9 personality types, right? That they've done these extensive studies to kind of find out what is your personality type. And it's not that you need to take these things as the full gospel, but what these things do, if any of these personality types or these instincts resonate with you, now it begins to give you a framework on how you approach the work that you do, on how you function. So now you know your personality type, you know what ticks you off, you know what triggers you, right? And this helps you to understand working with other people as well, right? You're like, man, I ain't gonna say this to her because she's gonna lose her mind, because people get triggered by certain things. So you wanna kind of know the personality types and the instincts. And all of this is a part of mastery. That's why it's Masters of Business, right? How do you master your own personality types, and then to be able to navigate and work with other personality types and instincts. But then more importantly, the reason I gave you the Strengths Finder first and asking the letters first, or the letter asking your family and friends or colleagues or mentors, because even if you don't nail the personality types and instincts right away, that's fine. I'm more concerned right now, since we're in here, what is your unique talent, skills, and gifts that you can start generating income and building your business around and being happy, right? Waking up happy. It's a damn shame. I mean, I literally be dreaming of you all, masters of business. I'd be like, man, let me think. I'm waking up in the morning. Oh man, I should have said this to Anitra. This might work for Margot. Next time, then I got to make a note to myself. Next time I get on with Margot, I got to tell her to do this, right? So, but this is my thing, right? This is what brings me joy. This is my strength. This is my gift. This is my passion. And here's the thing. I'm doing this for the next. I want to live to what did I say? 150. I even have a thing of how long I want to live, like 150. So that gives me a lot of time to get this thing right, right? And so there's no retirement for Brother Bedford. It's 150. So that's about another almost 100 years, almost 100 years. But 100 years of growth, development, getting it better, getting it right, getting wiser, getting more excited, helping more brothers and sisters. So as you can see, that keeps you living longer. When you start talking about, oh, I'm done at 65, you just invited the death angel to come to the door. I'm done. I'm ready to just sit down and watch reruns, get Netflix. Oh, shoot, death angel like, okay. But I'm running so fast, he ain't gonna be able to catch me for a while. I don't want him to catch me. So again, thinking broader, but this happens with falling in love with your talent, skills, and gifts. So with that said, we're gonna have some more stuff, but we're right there. I said, I don't want this to go over an hour. I have quite a few exercises. I'll probably just put one exercise a week into the community starting next week. So the whole month of July, I'm gonna be uncovering and unpacking this thing about discovering your unique talent, skills, and gifts. And then we'll definitely come back from time to time in office hours or any other time to discuss this, because I think this is really the catalyst for so many of us, because we're working in places that we're not passionate about. It's not a strength for us. We don't love it. And there's nothing more frustrating than building a life or a career or a business around something that you can't stand or with people that you can't stand. And so this is the opportune time, while we're reinventing, while we're resetting, while we're whatever word you want to use, to say, you know what, I want to do what I was born to do or what I'm gifted to do, and insert that into your business. I'm not saying take your business or whatever you're doing now and throw it in the trash. I'm not saying that, but find out if that's really what you want to do. And here's the thing, if it's not generating significant income or whatever it is, here's an opportunity. Last thing you want to do is have $1 million business that you hate. Then you really can't let that thing go. It's like, man, I can't get up all this money. I hate these people. I hate being here. I hate it, but I can't leave this $1 million, right? But if right now, if it's just in the beginning, you say, okay, this is the time for me to go ahead and start doing the things that I love to do with the people that I love to do it with. So with that said,